and welcome to the David Thompson Show, fighting tyranny one day at a time. A lot of headline news out there, but today we're going to focus on tariffs again, Donald Trump's tariff war. But first, let me back up to 2016, where Donald Trump told America he was going to make it great again. This always confused me because when was it really great? You see, it might have been great for me, but was it great for other people? Because you see, to me, to make America great means everybody is doing great. And let's go back to when we first were founded. The colonists came over and took the Native Americans' land. So it really wasn't great for them. And little did they know that at the end of it all, they would have nothing and they'd be placed on reservations under federal law. Okay, maybe we can think it was great in the 60s with basically racism at its peak, seemingly. Wasn't really good for black people. Let's go back a little bit to World War II. Let's go back there. The Japanese, we arrested them all and interred them in camps. How good was it for them? How about all the poor people that are still poor and getting poorer? When was it great for poor people? It's going to get worse because their safety nets are now being cut by the Doge Group. A real bunch of winners there. So this always confused me. But I have digressed, as usual. But just recently, Donald Trump came out and told everybody that he was going to make America rich again. I'm not sure he said rich again. I apologize. I'm not sure. Because then again, it would be we were rich before, and now we aren't, or we weren't. Somebody screwed up, and we all became poor, and he's going to make us rich again. You see the dilemma here. But it came after someone asked him, were we going into a recession? I think a reporter asked him that. He kind of refused to answer it, and he hem-hauled around. Then he, right away, as any good game show host would do, jumped right to the fact that he's going to make everybody rich again. You're going to be so rich, you're not going to know what to do with all that money. I'm confused. Okay, so his tariffs are what he's telling us is going to make us rich. Okay, that is going to be so much money from these tariffs that we're going to be rich. Now, how does that work? Do we start getting checks in the mail? And how much would those checks be? Because to be rich, where's that level? Where do you define rich for all of us? How about the people that are in homeless camps? Are they going to get checks and be rich too? And how about the people who may not be in homeless camps but are poor? Are they getting rich off of this? Or is it just going to be the rich people? I mean, that's how it worked under him the first 4 years. The rich got exponentially richer. This is his MO. This is not a secret. And for those who follow him, it seems to be a secret. But many will still believe that he's going to make them rich, that we're going to be so successful as a nation. But people have warned him about tariffs. Many economists have warned him. In fact, Nobel Prize-winning economist Paul Krugman, PhD, warned him for quite a while about tariffs. Others have. So there's this article. I have an article, friends. It's from MSN, and it's from a guy named MB Mack, titled, Trump Insists Tariffs Will Make Americans So Rich Despite Recession Warnings. Now, I'm going to read a little bit from this article. Despite mounting warnings from economists and investors about a potential recession, President Donald Trump insists that his aggressive tariff policies will make Americans so rich. That's in quotes. Trump's latest remarks came amid escalating economic uncertainty and a declining stock market fueled by his trade policies. His administration has imposed, lifted, and reinstated tariffs on imports from Canada and Mexico in a chaotic manner, leaving businesses and markets struggling to adapt. The stock market has responded negatively, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average falling 900 points on Monday and other major indexes posting their worst losses in months. So, trade policies are very difficult because it affects everything. It is a dominoes game. And it does affect everything. It's very difficult to always know how it will affect businesses, people, companies. Now, most economists believe that tariffs will negatively affect our economy, and they already are. They've affected the stock market because of uncertainty. I've talked about this in past videos. They affect how much we're able to buy. Costs go up. People get laid off. Businesses slow down. Inventories go up. None of this is good. Now, how this actually works in Trump's mind, I don't know. Well, apparently Donald Trump doesn't only believe he's going to make America rich, he's also going to make Greenlanders rich too. In an article from MSN, Trump's enticement to Greenland will make you rich. President Donald Trump on no place else but Truth Social posted a message to Greenlanders as they prepare for elections. We'd welcome you in the United States. In a post on Sunday, the president said America stands ready to invest billions in Greenland. Now, right off the bat, this is another crazy message. Now, let me tell you how this works. And I've, again, had a video about this here in America, how really it's a fire sale. And if we took Greenland, it would be a fire sale. When he uses the word investors, and anybody uses the word investors many times, a lot of times, this really is another way of saying, and I wrote this down here, pillagers. Okay? They will go into Greenland and pillage this country. Keep in mind, all the environmental regulations in this country are going to be done away with. What do you think is going to happen in Greenland? Greenlanders, if you're listening to me, he will come in, these investors will come in, buy up the land, take your resources, and leave you pretty much hollowed out. And yes, you're not going to become rich. Guess who's going to become rich? Oh, the people who sucked up all the resources and sell them to the highest bidder. That's what we're dealing with here, people. Hello? 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 So what do we learn from this? Once America, and this wasn't under Donald Trump, this has been happening really since the Clinton days, since America offshored all their manufacturing, we financialized our country. And I'm going to give you a definition of that. It's important for you to know. Financialization refers to the increase in size and importance of a country's financial sector compared to its overall economy. Financialization occurs as countries have shifted away from industrial capitalism. See, we've shifted away from industrial capitalism. Now, Donald Trump believes he's bringing that back, but you see, you can't do both. We've financialized everything. That's why it's so important to suck up resources, cut trees down, drill for oil, drill for natural gas, drill for it, baby, drill. We can suck it all up and sell it. It's about money. And unfortunately, for those in America and the folks in Greenland who believe that maybe they're going to be rich if Donald Trump gets his way, you're sadly mistaken. This is all about financialization. It's all about wealth building for the elite. It's always been that way. You're not going to get around it. I know you guys have high hopes. I know you believe him, but unfortunately, the evidence has been here for decades, and he's the king of making deals to make money. He could care less about the environment. He can care less about safety. He cares about making deals and making money. Guess for who? Not for you and me. Not for those poor people where he's having their encampments moved in Washington, D.C. to be out of sight. That's right, just move them. We're not fixing the problem. They're not going to be rich. But guess what? He'll be rich and he'll say, see, I cleaned it up. That's the spin that will be on this. He cleaned up Washington, D.C. The homeless people are gone. No, they're not. They're somewhere out of sight and out of mind. So before you get excited, folks, this is a cautionary tale. The people who are going to make out in this economy under this president are the elites. Wealth will continue to be sucked up to those elites, out of the middle class, out of the lower middle class, and guess what? Even out of the upper middle class. Going to be sucked out. We're going to be hollowed out. The fire sale is on. If you got the money, you can be a part of it as well. That's all the time I have. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Hey, we got another channel. It's called Nights Around a Fire. If you like to hear missing person stories, aliens, Bigfoot, you name it, we're going to touch base on that. Me and Ashley Hamilton, my co-host, Nights Around the Fire. You can find us. There'll be a link in the description box. Outside of that, God bless you, and I'll see you next time right here on the David Tomsic Show. By the way, spring is here. Did I tell you that? I love it.